The house that knew my name. I didn't believe houses could feel aware until the first night mine whispered my name. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic. It was barely a breath, but it was my name. I had just moved into a small rental house outside of Portland. Nothing fancy, one story, quiet neighborhood. The kind of place where nothing ever happens. The realtor told me the previous owner had passed away peacefully. Natural causes, no big deal. First night, 12:43 a.m. I couldn't sleep. New house energy, I guess. Every little sound felt amplified. The fridge humming, the wood settling, then I heard it. Evan, soft, dragged out. I froze. It came from the hallway. I told myself it was imagination. Your brain does weird stuff when you're half asleep. I grabbed my phone. No notifications, no TV on, no neighbors close enough. Then I heard it again. Closer this time. Evan, exactly how my mom says it when she's disappointed. My heart started racing. I stepped into the hallway. Dark, still, empty. But the air felt thicker, like before a thunderstorm. I checked every room. Nothing. I laughed at myself and went back to bed. That's when I noticed something. My bedroom door was slightly more closed than I left it. Not fully shut, just moved. The next morning, I found something stranger. On the bathroom mirror, faint writing and condensation. The problem? I hadn't showered yet. It said, "Welcome back." I don't know anyone who's lived here before me. The second night, I set up a camera in the hallway. I didn't tell anyone. At 2:11 a.m., the footage shows my bedroom door opening. Slowly, no one visible. Then it stops halfway. And you can hear it, my name, whispered. But here's the part that messed me up. The voice doesn't sound old. It sounds like me, exactly like me. I compared it to a voicemail recording on my phone. Same tone, same breath pattern. I don't live there anymore. But sometimes, when my phone glitches, Siri activates on its own, and I hear a distorted whisper through the speaker, not asking a question, just saying, "Evan." The house wasn't supposed to have an attic. That's what the listing said. No attic access. It was a small suburban home in Ohio. Cheap, quiet, recently renovated. First week was normal. Second week, I noticed a square outline in the ceiling of the hallway. A pull-down ladder door, painted over. I asked the landlord. He paused for a second too long. "Oh, yeah, that's sealed. No storage up there." That night at 3:07 a.m., I woke up to a sound I couldn't explain. A dragging noise. Above me, slow, heavy, like furniture being moved across wood. I stared at the ceiling. Silence. Then 3 slow thuds, right above my bed. I told myself it was animals, raccoons, squirrels, but animals don't walk in straight lines. The next day, curiosity won. I grabbed a chair, pushed the attic panel. It resisted at first, then popped open. A ladder unfolded halfway. Dust fell into my eyes. The smell hit me first, not rotten, just stale, like closed air and old fabric. I climbed up. The attic was empty. No boxes, no wires, just insulation and wood beams. Except for one thing. In the center of the floor, there was a rectangular patch of cleaner wood, like something heavy had been sitting there for years. Recently moved. I felt watched. You know that feeling when your back tightens? Like someone is standing behind you? I slowly turned around. Nothing. But the air felt warmer near the far corner, almost like someone had just exhaled. That night, I recorded audio. At 2:59 a.m., you hear footsteps above the ceiling. At 3 a.m., you hear something else. A whisper, not words, just breath, right into the microphone. But here's the worst part. The attic entrance. It was closed in the recording. You can hear it shut at 2:47 a.m., which means whatever was walking up there was already inside. I moved out 2 weeks later. Last I heard, the new tenant complained about roof repairs. There's nothing wrong with the roof, but sometimes when I fall asleep, I feel the mattress dip slightly, like someone just climbed down from above. I thought buying a smart house would make life easier. Lights automated, security cameras, voice assistant built into the walls. It felt futuristic. until it started responding to things I never said. The first week was perfect. Then one night, around midnight, all the lights turned on at once. Every single one. Bedroom, kitchen, bathroom. I checked the app. No scheduled automation. I assumed it was a glitch. Then the speaker system activated. "Good evening, Daniel." The problem? I never told it my name. I set it up under a nickname. I unplugged it. The voice continued. "System update complete." The thermostat dropped to 60 degrees instantly. I could see my breath. Security cameras on the app began showing movement alerts. But when I opened the live feed, nothing. Empty rooms. Except in the living room camera. For a split second, I saw a silhouette near the hallway, standing too still. Then the screen glitched. Static. I ran to the living room. Nothing there. The next morning, I checked the system logs. There was an entry at 1:13 a.m. New user profile added. Name, Daniel, voice match, 98%. I live alone. I factory reset everything. For 2 days, it was quiet. Then, at 3:33 a.m., the bedroom speaker turned on. Very low volume, like it didn't want to wake me. "Daniel," it whispered, "you're still here." I unplugged the entire house system. Breaker panel off. Complete blackout. Total silence. Then, from somewhere inside the walls, I heard it. Not electronic, not robotic. Breathing, slow, patient, waiting. I sold the house within a month. The buyer asked why the smart system was removed. I told him it was outdated. He laughed, said he'd install a better one. Sometimes I check the property online. The listing photos show the living room. In one of the reflections on the TV, there's a figure in the hallway, standing where I remember it, and every time I zoom in, it looks more like me.